Hi guys, this is Axon from African Drone Voice. So I'm with Mr. Junio Valerio Palomba. So he works for Flyability and is the head of the team for Europe, Africa, and Middle East. They produce amazing drones that can be used to inspect very tight spaces like pipes or mines and prevent accidents on human beings. So what inspired you to enter into the drone industry?
First of all, Axon, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be part of your show. I've been following it with much interest. So from a personal point of view, safety in the workplace has always been a big part of my family, you could say. My grandfather was a victim of a work accident in a mine in Italy. When I was looking for a new position back in 2017, I saw this amazing technology. I saw this amazing new product. It was incredibly captivating, and let's say that I had the chance, the opportunity, the luck of combining my previous sales experience with one of my passions, and that's how I started working with Flyability more or less 3 years ago, exactly to the date. So that's how I got involved in the drone industry. The company is a bit older than myself, or is in the age. Obviously, this is the 6th year of Flyability as a company. And the backbone, the core, the original experience really comes from the doctorate of one of our founders and the CTO, Adrian Brio, as part of his research program on drone technology here at the EPFL, Polytechnical School in Lausanne. And while everybody else was trying to sort of fit as many sensors as possible into a drone to make it avoid collision, Adrian actually looked at how animals were performing this kind of task, specifically insects were performing this kind of tasks in the real world, in the environment. And he actually found out, or he actually realized that a lot of some insects were using collision as a form of navigating the environment to find out exactly where they were in a specific confined space. So instead of going to the direction of making a drone avoid collision relying on sensors, he created what was then called a gimbal. The first collision tolerant drone, we could very much say the grandfather of our latest product, the Helios 2, which was a drone designed to withstand collision thanks to a cage that surrounded the drone. It was the gimbal system that allowed it to maintain stability even during collision, and that was very much the beginning of Flyability as a company.
So during the COVID period, when businesses have shut down because they don't want human-to-human contact, how can you help out those businesses still function because they maintain critical infrastructure? For instance, some supply electricity to hospitals, maybe nuclear power plants. So how can you maintain inspection in those areas?
That's an excellent example, Axon, and one that is very close to our heart, and one that has been very much in line with the value proposition of Helios 2. So we definitely have a lot of experience working with companies such as Exelon Clearside in maintaining operational nuclear power plants, especially in the United States. And for us, it was a big, proud moment to know that essentially our technology is being deployed almost on a daily basis to ensure that these facilities are kept running safely, efficiently, and they can provide electricity to the communities in need. In fact, the fundamental pillar of the energy infrastructure of the United States.
So what markets do you really want to enter? I've seen you heading the team for Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So do you plan on expanding, for instance, in Latin America and Asia?
Well, yes, we have a dedicated team covering basically all the regions. I have the pleasure of focusing on the EMEA market. North America and Europe certainly sort of remains the two fundamental markets for us. speaking about Africa, I mean, if we just think about deploying one of these drones in every mine, I think that will certainly go a long way in both helping us achieve our targets in terms of sales, but most importantly, I think in the bigger terms of help promoting health and safety in these very dangerous workplaces.
Okay, well, it was a pleasure having you on African Drone Voice.
Thank you very much, Axon. It was a pleasure being with you.